Several malicious software packages have recently been discovered in popular coding ecosystems, raising concerns about data security. These packages exploit Discord webhooks to send stolen information, potentially compromising countless developers' sensitive data. On October 14, 2025, cybersecurity researchers reported the presence of these malicious packages across NPM, Python, and Ruby gems. They found that attackers are using Discord as a command and control channel, allowing them to exfiltrate data without requiring traditional server infrastructure. This method not only simplifies the attack process but also makes it harder for defenders to detect and respond to these threats. In this video, we'll delve into the specifics of these malicious packages, their implications for software supply chain security, and the broader context of ongoing cyber threats in the developer community. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. On October 14, 2025, researchers revealed a concerning trend in the software development ecosystem, highlighting the exploitation of Discord webhooks as a command and control (C2) mechanism for data exfiltration. This revelation marks a significant shift in the tactics employed by cybercriminals, as they leverage the inherent design of Discord's webhook functionality to bypass traditional security measures. The write-only nature of webhook URLs means that once data is sent, it cannot be retrieved or monitored by defenders, complicating the response to these attacks. Among the identified malicious packages, the NPM package MySQL dump Discord stands out for its ability to extract sensitive configuration files directly from developer environments. This targeted approach underscores the growing sophistication of supply chain attacks, where attackers focus on acquiring critical credentials and keys that can enable further exploitation. In the Python ecosystem, packages like Malicious and Malicious have been found to trigger HTTP requests to Discord channels upon installation, demonstrating how attackers can initiate data theft seamlessly during routine development processes. This tactic not only facilitates stealthy exfiltration but also takes advantage of the trust developers place in third-party libraries. Ruby gems has not escaped scrutiny either, with the scrutinizing_rails package identified as capable of gathering sensitive host information, including critical system files. The ability to siphon data from such files poses a grave risk to both individual developers and organizations, as it can lead to broader system compromises. Moreover, the simultaneous emergence of the North Korean threat actors campaign, dubbed Contagious Interview, illustrates the multifaceted nature of the current threat landscape. By employing over 180 fake personas to distribute malicious packages, these actors target vulnerable developers, particularly in the Web3 and cryptocurrency sectors. This campaign's reliance on social engineering tactics to lure victims into executing malicious code highlights the need for heightened awareness and vigilance within the developer community. The integration of Discord webhooks into these malicious packages not only enhances the attacker's operational efficiency but also reflects a broader trend where threat actors are increasingly adopting legitimate platforms for nefarious purposes. As the cybersecurity landscape evolves, developers must remain informed about these emerging threats and adopt robust security practices to safeguard their projects and sensitive data. The emergence of malicious packages utilizing Discord webhooks for data exfiltration presents significant challenges for developers and organizations. As these packages proliferate across popular coding ecosystems, the implications for software supply chain security are profound. Developers must now contend with the reality that their sensitive configuration files, API keys, and other critical information can be siphoned off with minimal detection. Organizations will need to reassess their security protocols, particularly concerning the dependencies they integrate into their projects. The integration of install time hooks and build scripts by these malicious packages allows attackers to extract data long before traditional runtime monitoring can intervene. This necessitates a shift in focus towards proactive security measures, emphasizing the importance of thorough vetting of third-party packages and continuous monitoring for anomalous behavior. The economic model of these attacks is also concerning. By leveraging free and widely used platforms like Discord, threat actors can bypass the costs associated with maintaining their own infrastructure. This not only lowers the barrier to entry for potential attackers but also complicates the landscape for defenders, who must navigate a mix of legitimate and malicious code that can easily blend into regular traffic. Moreover, the targeting of specific communities such as Web3 and cryptocurrency developers highlights the need for tailored awareness and training programs. Developers in these sectors must be particularly vigilant, as attackers often use social engineering tactics to lure them into executing compromised code. As the landscape evolves, organizations must foster a culture of security awareness, ensuring that developers are equipped to recognize and respond to these emerging threats. In summary, the consequences of these developments extend beyond immediate data loss. They challenge the foundational trust in software ecosystems. Developers and organizations alike must adapt to an environment where vigilance, education, and robust security practices are more critical than ever in safeguarding sensitive information against increasingly sophisticated threats. As the cybersecurity landscape evolves, the implications of these malicious packages extend far beyond immediate data theft. The exploitation of Discord webhooks as a command and control mechanism represents a significant shift in the tactics employed by threat actors, particularly in how they obfuscate their activities. This method allows attackers to bypass traditional security measures, as webhook URLs do not retain a history of messages, making it difficult for defenders to trace exfiltrated data. Moving forward, organizations must adopt proactive monitoring strategies that focus not only on runtime application security but also on the integrity of the software supply chain. Implementing automated tools that analyze package dependencies for known vulnerabilities and suspicious behavior is critical. Additionally, developers should be trained to recognize and avoid typo squatting tactics, which have been increasingly prevalent in recent attacks. Collaboration among developers, cybersecurity professionals, and platform providers is essential to enhance detection capabilities. Sharing threat intelligence regarding newly identified malicious packages can create a more robust defense against future attacks. Furthermore, organizations should consider employing anomaly detection systems that can flag unusual data flow patterns, especially those involving external communication to platforms like Discord. In light of these threats, adopting a zero-trust architecture can also mitigate risks. By ensuring that every request for access to sensitive data is authenticated and authorized, organizations can limit the potential damage from compromised packages. This approach, combined with regular security audits and updates to development environments, can significantly bolster defenses against the ongoing threat of developer data exfiltration. Ultimately, as cyber threats continue to evolve, so too must the strategies employed to combat them. Continuous adaptation and vigilance are necessary to safeguard sensitive information in an increasingly complex digital ecosystem. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.